Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Houston Outlaws.
The Houston Outlaws are the ones that are spearheading the charge for Western team to actually contend for the top.
I really believe in a lot of the players on the team. I think they're some of the best players in the whole world on their positions.
But the Outlaws are looking hot to trot. The gunslingers now looking up the ante here.
My style is being really defensive and going really aggressive when needed, and then going all in.
My style is very dynamic. I'm an aggressive player. I don't underestimate when I say that gaming is quite literally my life.
Then the Outlaws will claim the first map.
What I want most is the team to be cohesive, to understand the game on the same level, and that takes time, and I want to focus on that.
It's celebration time as Houston rolls forward.
A big thank you to all our fans. All of your support really motivates us to do better, and we're not going to let you down.
Well, Houston definitely not letting their fans down yet today. They are up a game over SEOUL Dynasty already in this pretty crucial match. Looking forward to the playoffs here for Stage 1.
Absolutely, and based on the eye test, you have to say this is the map you most expect Houston to win.
Yeah.
It was close though, so that makes me a little bit worried though of how the rest of this is going to go out.
I mean, that's the thing, is Eichenwald did go Houston's way, but it wasn't dominating, you know? I mean, Jake had some clutch plays. They pulled it through in the end, but SEOUL had such a good hold on point B that I think they showed this is going to be a pretty close match overall.
And this next map, both of our teams are undefeated on Horizon, and they both play a very interesting style. So we've seen attacking teams on Horizon, when we're talking about SEOUL and Houston, play a Sombra, usually with Raucus or Jaehong on the Sombra, and then combine it with a Tracer and a Widowmaker. So you get the flank in, you try and set up your Widow for the direct vision onto the point and the line of sight, and then get your picks from there on point A.
So knowing that, these teams, you know, no doubt have watched each other's games coming into this one. They're going to know that that's been the trend. So will we see things swapped up a bit to maybe try to throw each other off?
I think you definitely play a Symmetra on defense here so that you can buy yourself a little extra time. You can't play Symmetra on attack on Horizon when the packs have already been hacked by a defensive Sombra.
Try telling that to my ranked game teammate.
So you need to get the Sombra out, and because both of these teams do like to play attack Sombra, I would think they'd run something similar here. But it doesn't look like we're going to see that. Houston on defense first. It will be Jake on the Junkrat and Clockwork on the Soldier 76.
And possibly Jaehong on the Mei. And we have seen plenty of that from Jaehong on maps like Junkertown. We've seen players like Rascal pull it out here on Lunar Colony, but I wonder if he's going to stick with that.
I don't think so.
It wouldn't surprise me, but I'd be a little bit surprised.
I'll
put it that way.
Especially, let's just say there's some anti-synergy with Widowmaker sightlines with that Mei that I don't know if that's going to make it entirely attractive. They may have a very special route for their attack, and he's not swapping, so no, you may be right.
We'll see. I mean, if anyone's going to do it, it's Jaehong. Okay, but there's a swap to the Sombra. So that's a little bit more normal.
This is exactly what the Houston Outlaws will be expecting from SEOUL Dynasty. The same composition, the same look that we've seen from them before.
That's right.
And they are going to know that there is a Sombra now.
Yeah, they saw her go into stealth mode coming around the corner there.
Question is, are we going to stick with this or not?
Looks like they're going to try to charge up Toby's ultimate there on Zumba a little bit maybe. Saw him poke out, try to draw some fire. I don't know if... Oh, they were ready, man. They were ready.
Read that very well.
Yeah, and now if you're sold, you swap. I think maybe you do.
No, I think you're fine.
You think so?
Yeah, try a different approach. Go for the Mega Health Pack underneath the members of the Houston Outlaws right now. You should be able to get a pack hacked eventually. Coolman is actually standing pretty far on the flank. He's actually waiting in the running path on the right-hand side of the mini health pack for the Sombra. So you can see him over on the far flank.
They're going to try to draw him up, but instead Zumba just gets demeched immediately. It's not going so well for SEOUL just yet. Jaehong less than half of the way to the EMP. I don't know if this is working out too well. Now Houston trying to find SEOUL down the low ground. They do. Miro down already.
He just back capping.
That's right. Trying to draw Houston back to the point. Looks like they will for the moment.
Okay, Jaehong did get the hack on the mini, so they drew Coolmat back onto the high ground, and now this Junkrat is going to get hacked. Has plenty of healing though, so not enough damage to actually push him through. Zunba, Jaehong, and Wakid are still on this side while the rest of the members of SEOUL are recollecting themselves.
Ooh. Banking on the translocator being there later. Jake trying to get ready for Jaehong on that Soma.
Watch for this EMP from Jaehong.
Yep, that's right. And Houston, they're funneling onto the point now. Maybe an opportunity here.
Everybody's on the point from Houston. They're in a dangerous position.
Yep, that's very dangerous. Miro gets taken out, though, as the EMP comes in. Raucus falls immediately to Zunba. But Houston finding a lot of kills here, so that EMP not working out at all. It seemed like maybe Miro was just a little bit out of sync with his team. He died right as that fight began.
Yeah, great focus fire from the Houston Outlaws. They also scattered right as the EMP was coming in, so it only hit 3 of them. And the rest of the damage was still there, courtesy of the Junkrat. Jake sitting on this Riptire.
I mean, I said it before the last time we casted these guys. Jake on Junkrat on defense is one of the most powerful player-hero position combinations in Overwatch right now. And he's showing it again.
Yeah, their defense has
no.
airtight.
There's a tire behind you.
Watch the tire
he
get
got
killed
it.
by Zunba, but now they know exactly where they are. So
Yeah.
Wakid is still out of the airlock. Coolmat pokes around. Coolmat's been doing a great job of controlling the flankers, actually, this match so far. And there's another one,
helping out,
Raucus.
too. He's like, I'm not going to get EMP'd, and then instant kill.
This is really bad for Seoul. They're only 50% of the way to another EMP. Benny did use the Valk, though, so Seoul has a chance here. But Toby has been dying early against Houston. If he is targeted again, this could be it. It could be full hold for Houston.
And we'll see if they can. They've got ultimates to spare. There's a hack on a Coolmat, though. Can't capitalize on it, though, it looks like. Soul needs to come in and get something done right here, right now. Coolmat's trying to stop it. They're trying to zone Toby out, rather. But takes on the supercharger. Coolmat just drops the self-destruct. Needs to get his mech back in a hurry. Jaehong falls, but Banny does on the Houston side. This might be Soul's opportunity here. They need a bit more. 20 seconds remaining here. It's D.Va versus D.Va. And now Weki coming in on the Tracer to try to help out a little bit. Raucus goes down. That's 2 supports out of the way. Houston Outlaws faltering a bit here at the end of point A. Jake, half health. Off of the point. There goes Muma getting low. Needs to get to the health pack if he can. Soul just scrambling. It looks like they might be able to grind this one out, but no, Houston been back on the point right now, and they killed Jake's Riptire. That is crucial. EMP for Jaehong. He's going to get everybody with that one. That was a big one.
That was a good one. Fleta gonna clean it up with a big Dragon Blade 2.
Now that helps.
They tried to get back onto that point. Houston dedicated a lot of resources, including a tactical visor, to the end of that fight.
Yeah.
That was actually a big investment there. Fleta, they're lucky Fleta used the Dragon Blade because there could have been a big snowball coming into point B if they used all their DPS ults and then decided to change it over. Clockwork is going to switch to the Tracer right now. Jake will be spending some time on the girders at the top of the map, spamming through the upper doorway as usual.
Well, this is where it gets ridiculously hard for any attacking team. I mean, Houston has shown time and time again that it's really impossible to get Jake off of those girders up there.
It's why they have such a dominant record here on Horizon.
And as soon as I say that, Zumba just boops him off, so that happens. Clockwork down, Clockwork back up. And Soul trying to grind this one out. Again, they nearly have a tick already here. Jake down. Ooh, Soul. Have they managed to crack the defense here?
Both players are using Valkyrie right now. Jake is getting ulted in a corner by the Winston. Zunba wants to get Raucus.
Whoa, he gets taken down by the baby D.Va. Zuma taken out by Jake's Riptire, but Jaehong on the point with the Transcendence. Soul coming in yet again, trying to just take out the rest of the members of Houston. They still haven't taken that first tick, but now Fleta over onto the Widowmaker, finding those picks. There goes Coolmat's mech. And Raucus maybe in a little bit of trouble here too. No shield protecting him. That's 1 tick. Soul nearing 2 ticks here on point B. Bonnie a little bit on the low side. They got to be careful here. Wow, that's a fast ult for Fleta's Widowmaker. Oh, Weki comes in with the double pulse bomb killed, and Banny is one of the victims. They cannot lose that Mercy. That may just be it.
Fleta swapped back.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe not.
Fleta swapped back to the Widowmaker, though. Allowed Soul to get 2 of those points. Comes in on the Genji. Decides, hey, we're starting to get an advantage on this point. I know I'm not going to have any pressure because Houston Outlaws are scrambling to swap to other heroes, and also to make sure that they're staggering themselves on the point to delay as long as possible. They're not going to have the energy to deal with me on the Widowmaker, and he gets a couple of very big support kills that end up getting them nearly all 3 ticks.
Whoa, Zumba pushing Jake right into the sights of Fleta. Doesn't get much better than that for a combo. Cool Matt on the point now, just trying to keep his team in this one. Soul gets pushed back again, but you know, both times they've attacked now, they've been able to knock Jake from his lofty perch.
Yeah, they know exactly how the members of the Houston Outlaws like to play their point B defense, and they're focusing that right now. Beautiful combo.
Well, that's the thing, is everybody knows how Houston likes to do it, but so far, Soul's the only one that I've been able to see actually get Jake off of that top girder there.
Yeah, it's been impressive, and especially the setup with Fleta, of course, on the Widowmaker. Soul's going to be coming in with 5 ults right now.
Wow,
they're going to kill the Riptire.
That's a lot of Riptires that have been shot out from under Jake so far this game. Fleta with another clutch shot onto that one. Soul with a lot of ults coming into this. Clockwork finds the kill onto Fleta though. Soul short-handed. They're going to bring him up and take down Muma in the process. Jake on the run, going to try to come in from behind here. Clockwork push out that fight too. Now the Transcendence comes in from J-Home. They've nearly got it. He's low again. That pulse bomb could be crucial here. If he can stick a good one, he puts on the Zunba. No, it got eaten. It got eaten by Zunba's Diva.
It got eaten, and Cool Matt is also going to get team back. Can Banny come in here and be the hero, resurrecting tanks?
Well, he brings Muma back up. Can he stay alive? No, Zunba's right there for the kill. And Miro just zoning everybody else out. J-Home decides he wants a couple kills for the stat line as well. And they may just have it. That's it. Soul grabs 2 points with 10 seconds left on the clock. 9.7 to be specific, but they've broken the Houston defense on Lunar Colony. I don't think we've seen that happen in a while.
No, and especially again, Soul in the last second. We saw them on Icon Ball nearly getting full held. Once again, nearly getting full held on Horizon, and somehow still getting both points. So now it's up to Houston, see what they can do on attack.
This is just how Soul seems to operate, where no matter who the opponent is,
heart attack.
No matter who the map is or what the map is, they will take every point in the very last second. So. It is. It's a stressful team to watch if you're a fan of SEOUL Dynasty.
Absolutely. And I'm curious what we're going to see, if any, in terms of adaptations from SEOUL on defense. We've actually seen them play quite a few different things. The last time SEOUL played this map, they were playing against New York. It did go into double time bank, so we got to see 3 attacks from New York, actually. And on defense, they were swapping between what we see here, which is the Junkrat Widowmaker, more of a pick composition.
Yeah.
And then they were also playing Genji Tracer Dive, but notably, the attack was that quad tank Moira Slambulance, so it was a bit different than what we're probably going to see from Houston, which is the Tracer, Sombra, and Widow that we also saw SEOUL use.
Yeah. All right, well, Houston Outlaws, the nice thing for them is that they have a chance to set a better time than SEOUL if they finish pretty much at all. I mean, you're not going to get many times between 10 and 0 seconds, so if Houston gets some momentum going, they might put themselves in a great place for time bank, but they got to do it right here, right now.
So note that Wakid is actually on the flank. He's going to be looking for the Tracer or for the Sombra, and we'll see which approach, whether it's towards the Mega or the Mini health pack, we'll be seeing from Raucus. It actually will be Jake coming in first.
And that Tracer manages to avoid the shots of Fleta.
Raucus is packing the Mega health pack right now underneath SEOUL.
Here come the tanks. Fleta backing away off that high ground. Right into the waiting arms of Jake, though. He was there on the Tracer for a moment before backing away. Ooh, and that's a Widowmaker from across the map. Fleta looking out for Clockwork there. Zunba demeched. Weki gets the kill into Jake in the meantime, and SEOUL falls back to the point. They need to keep trying to defend this one, but that Widowmaker is certainly scary, especially after you've lost J-Hong already. And Weki, only 11 health remaining. He can't stay up, and this may be a pretty quick point A for Houston.
That was a great execution from Houston. They distracted them by using Jake on the Tracer to start things off, get the hack underneath, and then they bring everybody else from the members of Houston up onto the high ground.
Yeah, a little bit of a delay, but
it's a clean attack, though. And what I love about watching the Houston today when they've been on attack, everything is so methodical. They may be a bit slow in the setup, but it's always executed when they pull the trigger extremely well.
Yeah. And props to Clockwork again for putting on a lot of pressure with that Widowmaker. You know, Jake was down for a little bit, so it was on him to hit those shots and do the damage. He's been stepping up, no doubt about it.
Raucus also didn't have to use the EMP, so he's going to be coming in right now, and that is a Riptire onto the high ground. Cool, but he'll get his mech back.
He's glad that he's not old Diva a few patches ago that you could die your own mech. Lucky falls early though. Jake finds that kill. Clockwork killed off by Fleta though in the Widow v Widow. Coolmat chasing tanks around, but Miro gets back to spawn for a bit of help. Now Coolmat demechs as he tries to go deep. Not gonna live. J-Home finds 2 kills, both on the mech and onto Coolmat, so it looks like Outlaws are gonna have to go back to spawn for now.
They are pushed back. Clockwork gonna use this opportunity to switch back over to the Soldier. I doubt we'll see Raucus continuing on this Sombra either. They need a little bit more healing, and
yeah,
that Orb of Discord to focus down targets quickly as they respawn. And there it goes. Yeah. Yep. Swapping over now. So going back to a more standard composition. And the Houston Outlaws will not be getting any ticks even, unfortunately for them. So it looks like we're in for a long attack round now, as everybody's going to have to be getting some of these ultimates back into shape in order to make a dedicated assault.
Oh, Muma down. Fleta finds the kill there, and Coolmat nearly taken out. He is demeched himself. That's both tanks out of commission now for Houston. And SEOUL Dynasty gonna stop that push before it begins.
Fleta back on the Widowmaker. I wonder how Houston's going to handle this. And it's going to be Jake onto the McCree.
Yeah.
So they want to try and get some more long-range damage down. Not gonna be jumping in the face. Jake, of course, can play the Genji if he wants to, but decides that they want to really just put a lot of damage in from the high ground.
No one can hide.
Give it a try anyway, yeah. All right, Fleta uses the ultimate to get a bead on where the Houston Outlaws are setting up. Weki near that Riptire.
Yeah, sticking to the Orisa too, this is really interesting. But that Widowmaker against the, basically the barrier where the Soldier and the McCree can stand there is going to be effective, and Toby will fall first.
Yeah, catches a Helix rocket. SEOUL goes in to try to push Houston back, give him a little bit of time to respond. Fleta looping around the outside. Can he get the kill onto Mercy? They're going to push him back. Self-destruct comes in. Oh, he gets hit with the flashbang, but J-Hong right there with the Transcendence to keep him up. Can he get the kill into Jake? They can't. J-Hong helping out with that after the Zenyatta ultimate ends. Fleta, meanwhile, though, finds himself behind enemy lines. Oh, but mission kill Jake is a success. He falls himself, though. And so Houston giving about as much as they've gotten, but they will have to regroup.
Houston thought they had a chance after taking down Toby and Banny having the Valkyrie to take advantage of that little opening before Toby was going to revive. Unfortunately, we did see Jake get sequestered into the corner by the mini health pack and not able to contribute really to the bulk of the fight as Fleta goes into machine gun mode in proximity.
Riptire time, Wiki coming up from behind. Oh, and he gets there, 3 kills. They thought it was gonna come on from high, but the tire came from below. It's a tire, that's where it should come from.
Rolling on the ground, right?
That's right.
It's where you expect the tires to be, not falling from above.
That's right.
But in Overwatch, things work a little bit differently. More Mad Max rules here.
Yeah, well, Jake had a great tweet the other day. He said, TF2 trained me to aim, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater trained me to rip tire.
It's actually really good.
You can't argue with those skills, yeah.
No one can
Sit grind. Fleta, watching for people coming in from the low ground, gets a shot off on the Coolmat. Houston Outlaws with 1 ultimate here, as SEOUL has 1 as well. Bonnie really close to that Valkyrie, though.
Right now, the Outlaws are really flailing for an answer to Fleta's Widowmaker, and I'm not sure that Clockwork going onto the Widow is exactly what you want here. I think if I were Houston, even though they don't typically play it, I'd be thinking more about the full dive. Can we run the Tracer and the Genji together? Can we get into the back corner where Fleta is typically perched and see if we can get rid of him to start things off?
Well, there hasn't been a ton of pressure on J-Hong as well, and when you don't pressure J-Hong, he just keeps doing tons of damage to you. So, oh, there's a shot from Clockwork. That one worked out. Fleta, meanwhile, again on the side, has to watch out. They're going to pop the Transcendence on the Houston side. Now the Widow do. Clockwork looking for some shots. Fleta up on the high ground to try to stay alive, but Houston coming out ahead so far in this fight. Jaehong not going to be zoned out by that self-destruct. He's going to try to prevent Houston from getting any time going. And that gives Toby enough time to bring Weki back. So with Muma and Bani over in the corner. Oh, but Jaehong caught by Raucus. Zen v Zen goes Houston's way, but unfortunately for them, the point does not. And they're pushed back once more. A minute 30 on the clock.
The picks from Fleta are proving to be devastating for Houston.
Yeah.
He's got all the time in the world to line up these shots, and Houston again thinks that they're doing well, thinks that they're going to draw out that Valkyrie from Toby, be able to match it with one of their own, but
Here comes the Riptire.
the respawns are too much. Jake has got to do a ton of work with this.
Yeah. There it is, Zumba right there. Oh, the tire taken out again. Zumba was so ready. Gets trapped. Is he going to actually get away? He is. What in the world? I think SEOUL Dynasty may have Jake downloaded here. Didn't look like it on Eichenwald, but they are clearly prepared for Lunar Colony. Clockwork with a couple kills, though.
Yeah, he's going to get Fleta, so that's a nice start to this engagement. They still have 45 seconds.
Yep.
Bureau's going to use the Primal Rage just to knock people back and stay alive. Actually, not stay alive. Jake will chase him down. Jake again switching heroes. Back to double hit scan with the Soldier 76 and the Widowmaker. One last attack for Houston. Toby has the Valkyrie. Benny needs to get his soon.
I like the swap onto the Soldier 76 because you've got the supercharger from Muma. So having that powered up 76 may just be what they need. If Jake can stay alive to get that point, but they need to make something happen right now. Less than 10 seconds remaining. Here we go, SEOUL Dynasty. That Valkyrie going to be crucial for Toby. Can they get there? Oh, Zumba with the supercharger and Muma taken out. Raucus comes in with the Transcendence, but SEOUL just backs away. They can wait it out. They've got time now. Jaehong with his. Houston Outlaws in a lot of trouble, but they aren't getting the kills until Toby comes in with the resurrections on the Valkyrie. It's a brawl on the point, but that Mercy is still untouched. That may make the difference. Jaehong taking matters into his own robotic hands as well, and that will be it. SEOUL Dynasty will tie up this series 1-1.
And that, in a nutshell, Doa, is what is so scary about this SEOUL Dynasty team and Lunatic High.
Seriously.
Before it, think about Eichenwald and think about Horizon and say, wow, they lost really fast on those first attacks to Houston. But once they start to adapt to you and figure you out, it becomes incredibly difficult to punch through. They got Fleta onto the Widowmaker. There was never any pressure on him towards the end of Horizon, and SEOUL, in spite of losing the first point in a rapid manner, bounces back and convincingly holds it B.
What can you say? Download complete, guys. Let's see if Houston has what it takes to come back and take the lead again after halftime.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by T-Mobile, America's best unlimited network. Omened by HP, the official PC and display of the Overwatch League. And by Intel, the official computer processor of the Overwatch League.